Good evening. I'm Harry Keeling, and on behalf of Alaska Public Media and the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation, welcome to Hangar Flying. The past couple of weeks, we've had Dr. Melchor Antunano on. He's the director of the Civil Aerospace Medical Institute, and he's got a wealth of knowledge about many topics that are of interest to us in the aviation community. He also was the presenter at our fall safety seminar, and he agreed to do some interviews on the topics that he talked about. So if you caught the last 3 or so, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Dr. Mel's back with us tonight, and he's going to talk about something I think you'll find very interesting, and that's new trends in aviation technologies. Dr. Mel, welcome back.
Thank you, Harry. Appreciate it. This is another topic that I'm very enthusiastic about it, because like all aspects of technology, the one that applies to aerospace transportation is having exponential growth. It's not linear anymore, it's exponential. There are so many advances in different ways of flying, and it is not just, for example, the technology, the electronics. We're talking about advances in materials. You have, for example, the new Boeing 787 that is a full composite fuselage. That has actually changed the way we think about failure modes for a fuselage compared to aluminum. Now you have composite, which is a lot stronger, but that has also aeromedical implications. You can pressurize that airplane, maintain like a cabin pressure at 5,000 feet when you're flying at an even higher altitude. But we go also with other modalities of transportation. We are back to personal flying machines. And back to personal flying machines, we are actually following developments of several ones, like for example, one in New Zealand, that essentially you have 2 propellers on your back pointing up. Is a kind of a fan type device. Right now has reached an altitude of about 12,000 feet. It has an autonomy of 30 minutes. At this point, they started doing the demonstrations with police departments, with rescue squads, but that company wants to bring that technology to the United States. In fact, last week, Dubai, the government in Dubai announced that they want to buy already units for use by their police department and rescue units. So now we're talking about to the old dreams that we all had of having a machine on your back and you can fly around. But that's just one of them. We have several other proposals on machines that you can sit on with multiple propellers. You have other designs that can be hybrids, like for example, just like the squirrel suit that you use for some skydiving. Well, if you use a deployable solid wing with micro turbines, now we have people like Yves Rosie who crossed the English Channel and who crossed the Grand Canyon using one of these things that he was strapped to. And what happens if those things start getting commercialized and available to the public? But then we go not only on the manned side. What about the unmanned, with unmanned aerial systems, unmanned aerial vehicles? What will be the implications of introducing a new type of technology such as that into the national airspace system? But that's not the end of it. We have the Terrafugia. It is a car, a first flying car, that essentially is in the process right now of trying to get certification from both the National Highway Transport Safety Administration and from us, the FAA, as a flying car that has collapsible wings. You deploy them and you use car fuel to operate that particular type of airplane. But that's in aviation. Well, we have developments in suborbital space vehicles, civilian, suborbital and orbital space vehicles. We have right now development of Bigelow Aerospace, developing an inflatable space station that would be a private space station. So we're talking about the convergence of different types of technologies that we have to integrate in a seamless national aerospace system. That becomes very challenging, but it becomes very interesting, because now that really pushes the envelope on all of the things that we have to assess from the human-machine point of view. But also we have to address, well, what else is going to happen with all of these developments? We have electric airplanes. In fact, in Europe, they're selling several ultralight and also some GA electric airplanes. So everything keeps evolving. We keep getting more changes, but the reality is that we keep advancing and advancing at a very fast pace. That's why it's being considered exponential development.
Well, Dr. Mel, I've got to tell you, it's been a real pleasure having you here in Alaska, having you as our guest and guest speaker at the Safety Foundation. And I'd like to point out to our our listeners that you, sponsored by the FAA and CAMI, took time out of your very busy schedule to come up here to Alaska to see what we're doing, to make the presentation at the safety seminar, to be on hangar flying, and also I think you're taking back a few potential research projects to help us make aviation safer up here. Thank you very much for doing that.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. It has been a pleasure, and I have learned a lot as well here in Alaska.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed tonight's program, and let me remind you that hangar flying, the safety seminars, our scholarships, everything that the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation does is solely through your membership. We are member supported. We are, if you all don't sign up as members, renew your membership for 2015, we can't bring programs like this to you. So please, please go online and renew your membership for 2015 so we can bring you programs like Dr. Mel. Until next time, fly safe.